Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So I know I've uploaded a million videos today. There was a total of 8 videos that went out today, so I want you guys to check them out. There's just so much to cover with Apex right now. We know we had early access, and now the patch notes are here. I know you guys are all excited about it. We have so much we've covered on the channel. I have a Valkyrie guide up, I have the arena mode guide up, I have rare animation showcase, the emote showcase. There's so much, but I want to talk about some high-level stuff on the patch notes, get your feedback. And I promise not to spam too much of videos, but again, there's just so much to talk about. So they had their dev stream here. I'm going to put this link in the description down below so you guys have these patch notes as a reference point. So they released a new arena mode. Now I have a full video on this already, so I'll kind of skip through this already, but this is a 3v3 mode that is economy based, and there's so much exciting stuff that is here. There's the Party Crashers map, which is personally my new favorite map. Out of all of them, there has a more urban setting as well as the Mirage Voyage that is crash landed here on the map. It just plays really, really well and is a ton of fun. There's also Phase Runner. The Phase Runner on Olympus is also really unique. You hit the portal here and you go right into the action. There's some more open area here. So when we talk about these maps, this one works more for defensive, close quarter characters just because there's a lot of cover. This one works more if you're kind of in the open area. You're trying to, I guess, like Gibraltar old. Valkyrie does really well on this map. We'll break that down even more. And they have these other maps that they created. They have we played Artillery. I did not get to play the 2 here. Those weren't in the playtest whenever I got to play the game. So I'm really excited to see how these shape up and how they feel. Artillery from King's Canyon worked really well for Valkyrie, Horizon, and Pathfinder. So anybody who had verticality. So I have a full guide on Valkyrie. So these are patch notes. We're going to get into the nitty gritty here in just a minute, but her passive is really, really strong. Go check out my guide. I'll have them all in the description down below for you guys to check out as well. Don't want you guys to miss anything here on the channel. The Bocek bow is extremely strong. You can attach quite a bit there. There's a hollow sight 2x. You can't add, though, the 2x4 or anything higher. But this gun, listen, it's going to be really overpowered. Whenever you're playing an arena, it's just really strong. 70 to the chest, which is like a sentinel, and it does 123 as a headshot. Keep in mind this with no helmet. When you get a helmet, it's a lot better. Now, they changed Olympus, and they've done a lot of changes, mostly to the side near Bonsai. This was more of an open area. Now there's a lot of cover. There's a whole ship. There's also going to be a short that I'm going to post. There's like a dock key that was really, really cool. Okay, well, they're already talking about it here. Search for the corpse for the mysterious key card. You can get this as Loba. You can quite literally get this as Loba, snag that key, and I'll showcase that in a short in the next few days for you guys. There's no reason to kind of showcase it, I don't know, immediately. It's going to be there. I promise I'll have it for you guys just to showcase. Now, starter kit and loot changes. This one is huge. This one is absolutely massive and huge. This is where they're going to start with a starter kit. You're going to have a level 1. They removed all the other stuff from the loot table. You have the level 1 Evo shield, helmet, knockdown shield, and you get 2 shield cells and syringes. This is a quality of life change. This was an LTM, I believe, before. This plays so well, and it makes me really, really excited for the game and just where it's going. They're listening so much to feedback. There's so much positivity going on with Season 9. I'm just overwhelmed. This is why I'm posting so many videos. As you can tell, I'm just so hyped up. I have a smile on my face. Okay, this seems to be one of the more popular things on my channel at the moment is the new emotes that have come out. I showcase every single one of them in a video, so definitely recommend checking those out. They're anti-peek enabled, so you can't use them to peek over an angle. So if you use an emote, you're not going to be able to see in first person that individual player on the other side. So this is well thought of, and it was really, really cool to see. The Battle Pass, it looks like they have some of the skins that are here. I will post the Battle Pass later on in the week whenever we see the Battle Pass trailer go up. This is an FYI. I don't know when all that's going up, so we'll just keep our eyes peeled. All of us will have to keep it all peeled. I did a short on this. A little profile has been removed. The Lifeline. Okay, these are all the changes, so let's get into the nitty-gritty of all this. So a Lifeline Combat Shield is no longer available. I'm going to do a guide and showcase it before and after. And also, her heal rate is increased from 5 HP per second to 8. And her deployment time is much faster. It almost looks like the animation's broken in a way. It's really not. I'm just so used to seeing it be much slower. So seeing it much faster is crazy. The cooldown of the care package has been reduced and now guarantees that upgrade. I'm going to post a video on this possibly either tomorrow or Saturday, and I want to showcase her kit for you all. Now, the Octane Stim cooldown has been reduced from 4 seconds to 1 second, but increases the cost from 12 HP to 20 HP, which is really, really massive. There's also increased bullet spread while in the air shooting from a low launch pad trajectory. So that's just another quality of life change that they put overall in the game. This one, I saw you guys comment a whole lot, and the fact that they released these patch notes already was just absolutely insane. Where Loba's bracelet, I'll showcase this in a future video for you all, but you can now run and slide at full speed, which is going to make Loba a lot more viable. And I got the feeling from it before, but the downside is that they... Well, we'll just see. We'll see how it all plays out and how it's going to feel. And they also increased her cooldown from her Black Market Boutique from 90 seconds to 120 seconds just to provide a quality of life. Now, that's because of her teleport is just so strong, so she kind of needs a little bit of adjustment. We'll see, because Loba is so close to being broken, and I've said this many times before, I really like Loba as a character, but she is so close to just breaking the game altogether, and we'll see how they do that. This will also be a quality of life change with Horizon. There's a gravity lift that reduces the lift speed by 30%. It's reduced the side-by-side acceleration. I'll showcase that in a future video as well. And her abilities also get zapped by Watson's Pylon. I know before it didn't, but it does now. Now, Fuse's change, he's got 2 stacks of knuckle clusters and reduces a cooldown from 25 seconds to 20 seconds. That's just quality of life change. Bangalore Smoke is a little thicker, and I heard word that they were going to say they were going to move the damage, but I don't see that in the patch notes here. Now, Bloodhound, this is another quality of life change. No longer receives assists from Eye of the Allfather. So that's also a change that they made overall for Bloodhound. Now for Crypto, the drone can now scan and open care packages and can no longer use a drone to hijack a respawn beacon that's already in use. That was kind of another quality of life change. Now, weapon updates. This is some of the other videos I'm going to do in the future. The G7 Scout, all these guns right here are now part of the marksman category. I'm sure it's in the patch notes further down below, but the AR speeds are now faster. So the G7 Scout and the 3030, their movement speed is a lot faster than it was before. So that is a nice quality of life change. It's going to make them a lot stronger than they were before. So I'll showcase that in a future video for you guys, but just know that that's a change between the sniper and AR speeds, and they're trying to make that a big difference. They rotated out the triple take and is now in the care package, and now the PK is now floor loot. The Kraber will spawn less often. I know a lot of pro players were upset of how strong the Kraber was, so you're going to see it less in the care package. You'll see more of the PK and the triple take. The triple take was really strong before. We'll talk about that weapon tier list as we keep going. The fully kit rotation has also adjusted as well. They added the Wingman, Bocek, R99, Hemlock, and Sentinel there, and they removed the R301, 33rd Repeater, Mozambique, Longbow, and Spitfire. So you see the plus here, and you see the negative here. Well, what they removed. So the hop-ups, we have guides on this on the channel, so I recommend checking those out. But Shattercaps, just as a quick overview, you can select between the various modes, and you can have it act more like a shotgun. That goes to the 30-30 repeater and the Bocek bow. Now for Deadeye's tempo, you fire at the perfect rate of fire. It'll increase the rate of fire for the next following shot, and I have a guide on that, so I recommend to check it out. And they removed the hammer point and the skull piercer, but made adjustment on the Mozambique, which I'm sure we'll see in the patch notes here in just a moment. The assault rifles, they reduced the headshot multiplier of all assault rifles from 2 to 1.75. This is really mostly affecting the R301, in my opinion. I mean, the flatline is also really strong, but it does quite a bit of damage, so there is all that there. Now the Peacekeeper, this is big, the fact that it's going back into the floor loot. It comes with precision choke by default. They reduce the pellet damage just slightly. The rechamber speed is a little slower. So they just made some adjustments here to make sure that it doesn't feel overpowered. I'm still nervous about it feeling overpowered. The PK is extremely strong. Now the rate of fire for the triple take has been increased. They buffed the triple take just slightly, just to give it that quality of life change. And the Havoc, I don't really agree with this one. They increased the recoil controllability early in the pattern. You know, actually, I take that back. I agree with this. The Havoc definitely needed a bit more usability and encounters, especially if they're changing the way the headshot multiplier works. The Spitfire reduced recoil controllability early in the pattern. Yeah, it was definitely overpowered, so this is a nice quality of life change. I think they need to reduce the damage like it was before, but that's just my personal opinion. I don't know how you all feel about the Spitfire. I know we did a short about it, but I guess it is what it is. The 30-30 repeater has gotten some quality of life changes. They increase the leg damage from the multiplier just slightly. And when moving ADS, like we mentioned, you do move faster. So that's a nice little change that they have there. Same with the G7 Scout. I'm going to highlight this in a future video and show the comparison to show how much faster you are. It's pretty insane just how much the difference is. The Longbow increased headshot multipliers 2 to 2.15. The Wingman headshot multiplier is 2 to 2.15. That's because they removed the Skull Piercer out of the loot pool. Now, the Mozambique increased the magazine capacity from 4 to 6, and they moved the lower 2 pellets inward in the blast pattern. So that's another quality of life change because they remove the hammer points and they increase the damage from the P2020 from 15 to 18. So this is nice. This is also going to help in arena as well because you do not have hammer points altogether. Now for arc stars, the aim and movement slow remove from the initial stick, but it still has that overpowered feeling overall. Now the badges are now sorted in categories so you can find them. This is a quality of life change. When looting death boxes, players can now see health bars for everyone on the team, which is helpful whenever you're in the box. You need to get in and get out. That's just a nice quality of life change. Challenges can be favorited if challenges are kind of your bag. If you're playing more on the casual side, you can also press F2 when you're in the main menu for newcomers, just so you can see your abilities and what in the world you do. Club Invites 2.V2, 2.0, you can now include what you want to play and send your clubmates an invite. I think they should increase this still. I want to be in multiple clubs. That's just my opinion. Flight paths have also been adjusted. They have this massive map from what you can see. It looks like they try to create a little more consistency on the flight paths. We'll have to see the quality of life change as we play in retail, how it feels overall. They did change the ring update. They reduced the pre-shrink time from 2 to 1.45. This increases the time. The shrink speed reduced from 33 to 40 seconds. This is just changes overall to the ring update just to kind of get a better feel. So it reduces the waiting time before 4 and 6 start to close. We're going to have to see how these play out and what happens overall with that. I'm going to put a guide on that video and talk about how massive this impact is. Just be on the lookout for this video next week. And if there is not much of a feel or change to it, then I'm going to let you guys know it doesn't feel like it's a massive change. But this is something that they've been working on for quite a bit. I played it when we were in the testing early play test. I didn't notice it right off the rip, but I need more games to get an overall feel, especially in ranked, how it feels. Race Slight Wall Jump. Wall bumps no longer inadvertently cancel her. Tactical. Pathfinder gas traps and wall jumps will no longer float in the sky when on a zip line. Fixes tactical. Okay. Decoys no longer die after a tick of thermite. That's a good quality of life change. Fix the extend prompt for fences not appearing. The hot drop skin will no longer block view. That's good because I remember having that skin. I stopped using it because of that. Now, Octane, let's see, anything big changes. Deftones will no longer bounce with the jump pad is placed underneath. Okay, updated the helicopter remote. Alright, let's see, anything major here. Fix more areas. This is huge. They fixed the areas where her bracelets fail. I know in the test range, I tested this before to see if her tactical ability teleported her. It was parts in the grass, and I would have to showcase it more in a video where you see in the grass where you throw it, and then all of a sudden the bracelet just doesn't, it like gets stuck, and that's when it comes back. But now it does work, and it's a little bit better. Horizon will no longer have weapons drawn if they are knocked. Okay, that's fine. Okay, these are all just fixes. And I think that covers everything with the patch notes. Again, I apologize for so many uploads, but there's just been so much going on with Apex Legends. I'm going to have this link for the patch notes in the description down below. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.